चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। सो ये जो टीचिंग एप्टीट्यूड के क्वेश्चंस हैं, इसके एक दिन मैंने और कराए थे क्लासेस विच यू विल फाइंड ऑन यूट्यूब. आई हैव शेयर द लिंक एंड this is day 2 for previous year papers. Okay, so the first question is regarding direct learning. So what is the question? Till 20th we have practiced, and today it's going to be a little small class. We are going to do 10 questions with explanation. So project method is the correct answer. The answer दिख गया है वैसे. We will still discuss it. Direct learning and indirect learning. Like we will let's understand what do we understand by direct learning methods and indirect learning methods. Just give me a minute. So direct learning is something which students do on their own. For example, project method is a pupil centered method, and here more of direct learning is done, wherein if lectures is given by teachers. What was team teaching? If you can recall, what was team teaching? याद है? Two or more teachers teaching the same class. Why that was important? Because two teachers, students can learn from each others. That is one bit. And another thing is that two teachers expertise together. So for example, if a teacher is ideal, so ideal capacities can be utilized. Two teachers teaching the same classes, team teaching. Discussion session is yet powerful, but discussions, there are some drawbacks to discussion as well. Like for example, yeah, Pratik, you can mute yourself. So in discussion methods, what happens that people who are better than others, vocal in terms of speech, who are better than others, outperform others. So teaching to them is limited. Project method, each learner is dependent uh, on their own, learning by self. So this is a learner centered method. Direct learning is best suited for project method. Okay, so next question, take time aram se read this question. Hope the basic meaning of formative evaluation is clear to us. Formative evaluation is during the evaluation process, and summative was towards the end of it. Try if you can answer. Okay, 2. Okay, so let's discuss a little on formative evaluation, and then we uh, answer this. So formative evaluation is typically conducted during the development or improvement of a program or product. Formative evaluation is often conducted more than once. So for example, we finish a unit, let's say unit first, teaching we are done, and we have formative evaluation, a class test only on teaching. So the key thing here is, it is unit and examination, you can say, like unit test are classical example of formative evaluation. The main idea behind formative evaluation is to understand the learning progress. Now, learning progress of the learner, if that is monitored, there is two purpose to it. One is learner will know how much he or she may have learned. Second is teacher also gets to know how far the students have understood. So learner and teacher both are important here. Examples here: unit and examination, quarterly, half yearly examination are examples of formative evaluation. Feedback is very important here. Please remember, it provides feedback to the teachers to know the effectiveness of their teaching and wherever modification required. Likewise, learning progress of the learner is identified here. So yes, 2 is the correct answer here. Giving multiple choice questions in conducting a quiz session is during the instructional process. Providing corrective feedback during discussion. So from keywords you could have picked up these. And encouraging opportunity for metacognitive thinking. What is metacognitive thinking? Thinking in multiple domains. Like you're thinking, let's say if I am including teaching plus research questions, so that will enhance your metacognitive thinking. So this is for formative evaluation. Now the next question is regarding key behavior. Below are given number of key behaviors as well as helpful behaviors of effectiveness of teaching based on research evidence. So effectiveness of teaching के ऊपर question है. Identify those key behavior which are indicate your answer by selecting the correct code. Take time, आराम से read the questions and then see if you can answer these. A. Okay. A is B, C, D. Let's look at it. So let's go by options one by one. Structuring through comments by the teacher in respect of what is to come. Okay. Questioning through content and process level questions. Lesson clarity, implying the extent to which presentations are not involved. Probing implies statement to encourage students to elaborate. See, when we talk about probing is like a way of indirect learning. Some time back we had seen a question on direct and indirect learning. Remember, probing, you are asking student to answer through probing. So this is not considered to be a effective teaching. Okay, so probing you can eliminate. So D will be eliminated. Options from D you can eliminate. Certainly we are left with these two. So B's okay. Even if we eliminate D, we have C, E, F. Let's see. C, lesson clarity, implying the extent to which presentations are not involved. Lesson clarity is a very important component of effective teaching. Please remember, lesson clarity on the part of teacher. Three major aspects we have talked about: the student, the teacher, and the content itself. Lesson clarity of the teacher is one of the characteristics of effective teaching. Engagement rate, devoted to learning when students are actually task. Engagement rate, learners are glued. So certainly this is one of the most effective. If you're teaching and your learners are glued to your teaching, that means that the teaching is being effective. Rate at which students understand and correctly comprehend assignment. So this is also one of the effective teaching. So that makes us answer C, E and F. C, E and F. Lesson clarity, engagement rate, and rate at which students understand, correctly comprehend assignment and exercise. Okay, so these questions are on a tougher side, so it's okay. Lengthy questions are coming and it will help us to prepare. One of the most asked domain is classroom communication, classroom teaching, classroom communication. So these are a couple of questions ahead from classroom communication. क्या कहता है? In a communication in a classroom situation, which approach will be considered most appropriate? Look out for negative words, we can eliminate. Emulative is like surpassing something. Okay. Four, assertive and confirmative. Okay. Four, it's actually emphatic, I think so. Emphatic and pragmatic. Pragmatic is being practical. Emphatic, you are empathizing to the students is one of the another approach which is considered in the classroom. Assertive should be good, but confirmative teaching, we don't have confirmative teaching. Rather, confirmative is something when we are conforming to someone. So conforming to something is not the essence of teaching. Please understand. So because of this, we can't consider the fourth option. Okay, these models we have covered in uh, teaching: interactive, interactional model, horizontal model, transactional model, linear model. Those who are not through with the models, please go through models. These are important models. Otherwise, you can't answer these kind of questions. Again, classroom communication question. Teacher decided to form 6 group of students and assigns a sub-theme to each group for discussion and reporting. Each group is doing discussion and reporting to teacher. So teacher and student, discussion and then reporting to teacher. Okay, so this is transactional model. I'm just touching upon this model. All other models, please go through. So when we say transactional model is when there is a continuous exchange of information between teacher and student. One such model: sender becomes receiver, receiver becomes sender. So there's a discussion happening and reporting by the student. So transactional model fits in there. So here sender, receiver, and encoding, decoding, basic process of communication go through. What would have been linear model? One-sided model. Teacher giving lecture. That is an example of linear model. Hope you are able to recall these. If not, please revise these models. These previous year questions are very important. Okay. Coming to next question, which of the following are hindering factors? So look out for negative words here. Take time, आराम से आंसर कीजिए. I would have solved this way. The first one, self-efficacy, is a positive word, yeah. So I'll eliminate it. So A wala option, I will eliminate it straight away. This makes me choose between two options. So first and third. So multiple choice question gets easy if we are going by elimination methods. First is C. Low ability and willingness level of teacher. D. Lack of planning and teaching skills in a teacher. Yes, and inappropriate body language of the teacher. Relatively easy question. We all got it right. Next question. In the following characteristics of an evaluation procedure, identify again formative assessment से ही क्वेश्चन है. Evaluation occurs during instruction. One of the important keyword. Smartly look for options which is a definite option. So B वाला options we have. B जिसमें नहीं है उसको eliminate कर दो. Another way of eliminating is post instructional event. कौन सा होगा? Formative. I know instruction होने के बाद वाला जो हम सर्टिफाई या फिर ग्रेड करने के लिए करते हैं स्टूडेंट्स को, तो दैट वुड हैव बीन माय समेटिव. ए वाला ऑप्शन भी मैं एलिमिनेट कर देती हूँ. सो दैट एलिमिनेट्स अनदर वन. So now I have B, E, F and B, C, D. अरे improve the process of teaching किसमें होगा? Informative there is a scope for improvement, right? Because the feedback was given during the instructional process है ना. So certainly this will be there. So that makes me 1 B, E, F. ठीक है. Even if you're unsure with few options, go by elimination. The chances of getting a right answer will be more this way. Okay. So BF is the correct answer here. Evaluation occurs during instruction. The aim of evaluation is to improve the process of teaching, and evaluation is based on participation of students and teachers. For both, it is very, very important. Okay. Theory of multiple intelligence. Quickly, if you remember, then it should not take not more than 15 seconds, 10 seconds to answer this question. A. Yes. Multiple intelligence, Harvard, Gardner. If you know it, you know it. These kind of questions. Save time here. Okay. So just last day, revise all the theories. Write down once, like if I have to say Albert Einstein, nothing to do here. Sigmund Freud has given id, ego and super ego wala theory. What was id, ego and super ego? Please revise. Then we have Jean Piaget. Jean Piaget has given theory of psychological development. He tested on his own kids. There's a question in some time we will discuss on Jean Piaget. Okay. Next question is on tests. So test we will discuss a little and then we come to this question. Okay. As a teacher, you wish to predict the capacity, potential, success in your subject. Your main purpose is to predict, identify individuals who have greatest potential for development, along with special lines or who are likely to profit most by special training. Which of the test you will apply? So first you have intelligence test. Intelligence test mainly consist of what? Intelligence test, the keyword is problem solving, reasoning. So these are the keywords for intelligence test. You can take down few intelligence tests, mainly problem solving, reasoning, memory, knowledge, ability to adapt to changing environment. Okay, then in option you have prognostic test, personality test, aptitude test. Let's look at it. Aptitude test. Aptitude test is to assess what a person is capable of doing. है ना? Research aptitude, teaching aptitude, predict what a person is able to learn or do the given right education and instructions. Person's level of competency. Very important word for aptitude test is to test the competency. Such tests are used to assess academic potential. Even in career, we have career suitability. So if you go for job interviews, the large number of candidates, then aptitude test is one of the qualifier. है ना? So mental, physical talent can be tested here. Examples of aptitude tests like test assessing an individual's aptitude to become a fighter pilot, a career test like your work as an air traffic controller, then your aptitude competency of traffic controller is tested. Aptitude tests given to high school students to determine what type of career they might be good at. Aptitude test for computer programming likewise. So this was aptitude test. Another one was your prognostic test. Prognostic test is test which is designed to predict how one is likely to do in a language course. Mainly the keyword for prognostic is estimation and prediction of future career. Okay, so that is it. Coming back to the question, so now at least we have little idea what is a intelligence test. Reasoning, memory, problem solving. Aptitude test is about person's competency, what a person is capable, what a person can be able to learn. So for both career suitability and academic potential, these tests are undertaken. And you had prognostic test for estimation and prediction of future career. Okay, so let's come to question now. If we can answer this question, 1 2 3 4, I'll name it for you. If we find out lengthy questions, most of the time we don't read it well. In exam also this thing happens. Make sure if the question word are lengthy, you read it well. And no harm reading twice these kind of questions. अरे आंसर तो करो. 2. Prognostic test. Okay. So see, when it would have been prognostic test, in prognostic test, remember prognostic test is only about estimation and prediction of future career. Okay. If you read the question well, and when we say aptitude test also predict, but what a person is able to learn, what is a person's level of competency. Okay, so here you are predicting the capacity, potential, success. You are able to identify people who have greatest potential along with specific line. If you are giving special training, then who will be able to accomplish a particular thing. You are not just predicting about the future career, but you are you are actually picking up people. If they are trained, given proper training, then they will be most likely to accomplish. So the right answer here is aptitude test and not prognostic. Okay, ठीक है. I'm sure you got confused by the usage of the word predict, but read the question once again. Your main purpose is to identify the individuals who have greatest potential. Competency की बात की जा रही है. If they are given proper special training, then they will likely to accomplish the results. Okay. Next question is about Jean Piaget. Jean Piaget has given stages of uh, cognitive development. He actually experimented on his own kids. There are a lot of kids, and he had come up with these 4 stages of cognitive development. Okay, I gave the answer. The answer is 4. Let's read these 4 stages. Okay, let's revise these 4 stages. Piaget's 4 stages of intellectual cognitive development. So the first one is sensory motor stage. Okay, sensory motor stage. At this stage, the from birth to from birth to 24 months. Okay, so 18 to 24 months. At this time, sensory motor, all the actions are done by your hands, mouth, your physical organs. If you're feeling happy, you will clap hands or raise your hands. If you're feeling sad, cry, then also you'll do same kind of activity. Then your pre-operational stage, your toddlerhood stage. So till your from 2 years to age 7 years, this stages early childhood. So here all your mental development happens at a much faster rate. If you're taught a language at this stage, then you learn very quickly, you pick up words. Pre-operational stage, you are ready for the formal world. Then concrete operational stage 7 to 12. At 7 age, when we are in a class 1 or class 2, that time our brains are fully developed. Most of part of brain is developed here, and you are ready to experience the external world. And final is your above adolescence through adulthood, so from 12 to 18 years, that is formal operational stage. So these are the stages of development, of intellectual development, Jean Piaget's 4 stages of cognitive development. Chalo. Next question is, which of the following is a cognitive characteristics of learner? Cognitive characteristics we have done in greater detail in yesterday's class also. Those who want to revise, just कल वाला जो है recording देख लेना एक बार से, बहुत डिटेल में मैंने इस पे बातें करी थी. Cognitive characteristics of learner. So hope we are aware that we have to study personal, academic, social, cognitive characteristics. 1 2 3 4. एक बार तो revise कर लेते हैं, then we come. So briefly let's revise. When I say cognitive characteristics is to do with attention span, memory, mental process, intellectual skills, like how much you can remember, how you understand, comprehend, solve a problem, organize information, all of this in the brain. So brain related activities, these are. Coming back to the question, which of the following is a cognitive characteristics of learner? It is first one, level of visual literacy. Now if you ask me why first one, see, if I give you example of a rope, ठीक है, मैंने एक rope देखा, that is what you see, that is how you look at things, and if you perceive it, you decode it, right, interpret it, right. So if you look at the keywords for cognitive characteristics, things, how you understand, how your intellectual skills work, how a learner perceives. किसी ने तो इस इसको rope समझा and somebody would have perceived it as let's say snake. So this is level of visual literacy, how you see with the eye and how you see with your brain, with your cognition. Okay, for the meaning of visual literacy. ठीक है. So cognitive characteristics of a learner can be like mental memory, mental pressure, solving problem, intellectual skills, remembering, organizing, storing information in the brain. So at times we do this and then we retry whenever it is required. Okay. So now these are the questions which are picked up from someone's quotes. So John Dewey explains school as a social institution and education as a philosophical process. ठीक है. So if you don't know the code, that is fine. From one of the odd questions here, I would say not repeated this kind of questions though. ठीक है. One end question sometimes comes. Next question, in teaching learning context. In teaching learning context, results of an evaluation are useful to teacher in various ways. Which of the following is most important use for a teacher? तीन ही ऑप्शन है. One, planning the instruction and knowing the effectiveness of teaching strategy used by them. That's the correct one. One, yes. One is the correct answer. Good. So next question, the goal of formative evaluation. Two. Okay. Monitor students' learning to provide a ongoing feedback. The first one, promote students to next level. This is summative evaluation. Compare students against a standard or benchmark. What was that? Norm or criteria reference testing. Comparison was done in norm reference testing or criteria reference testing. Form a group is answer anybody. Okay, task for you. Compare the students in which learning. I'm not telling the answer.
Norm reference.
Norm reference. Yes, correct answer is norm reference testing. So monitor students learning to provide ongoing feedback. Very important keyword for formative assessment. Okay. Next question is on test. Little tough, a little lengthy questions. Read it yourself. You will be able to comprehend it. We have just discussed all these tests. ठीक है, तो आराम से टाइम लेके आंसर करना. चलो एनालिटिकल एलिमिनेट कर देते हैं. एनालिटिकल नहीं है आंसर. तीन में से ही आंसर कर दो.
Is it 3?
Okay, 3. In a school where there are large number of failures, you may like a test for eliminating those who are likely to have substantial difficulty in meeting the academic goal of teaching. For this, you develop a test which should be able to predict individuals' ability or readiness to undertake the study of a subject. So, prognostic test is to do with aptitude test. It should be aptitude.
Yes, it is aptitude.
No, I'm just reading it. Somebody asked, what is the name of such test? See, prognostic test is the correct answer. Prognostic test is likely to predict how well one is likely to do in a language course. Estimation and prediction of future career. Why it is not aptitude test? Here we are not making it a qualifier. मास्टरी स्किल जैसी कोई चीजें यहाँ पर हम टेस्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं. We are developing a test which predicts individual's ability to undertake study of a school subject, readiness to undertake, how well he is or she is prepared. So this is based on estimation and prediction of future career. Okay, this is prognostic test. Analytical aptitude we have already discussed some time back. I'll just take you back. In aptitude, we are testing on person's level of competency. What is a person capable of learning? ओके, एकेडमिक पोटेंशियल और करियर पोटेंशियल के लिए भी, दोनों के लिए भी हम एप्टीट्यूड टेस्ट यूज करते हैं. एग्जांपल्स फॉर टेस्टिंग अ पर्सन्स capability to work as a air traffic controller, testing on programming skills. Okay, next question. Which of the following best describes emotional intelligence as a learner's characteristics? If you have to eliminate, express emotions strongly.
Yes, is it three, ma'am? Three?
3, okay, so we can eliminate this one. We don't really express emotions strongly. Emotional intelligence may we have to control emotions. Yeah, so recognize, own and act. So 2, ACE. Recognize their own and other people's emotions. Yes, that ACE. Okay. Use emotional information to guide thinking and behavior. Okay. E is adjusting emotions to adopt environment. So yes, it should be ACE. गलत मार्क हुआ यहाँ पे. ACE. 2 is the correct answer. Next question is on synchronous and asynchronous teaching aid. So what is synchronous and asynchronous? Synchronous is same time. Okay. So synchronous means working together at the same time. For example, chat room, chatting together, online conferences. Like right now we are communicating. This is synchronous learning. Okay, real time conversations which is happening. Reverse of it, asynchronous, where there is a time lag. So, for example, email, है ना? If I give you project and you finish the task tomorrow. So whenever there is a time lag in communication, that is asynchronous. Question is put up on asynchronous learning. Easy question, and lot of time this question has come.
It's BCE.
BCE. So most of you gave it the correct answer. Yeah, BCE. Blog, FB post and email. Okay. Next question. The construction of thought process includes remembering, problem solving, decision making. All this is
Cognitive development.
cognitive development. Okay. Cognitive development. So cognitive development is, yeah, all of this: problem solving, decision making, how kids are thinking. So cognitive development is the correct answer. Cognitive development means how children think, explore, figure out. Development of knowledge, skills, problem solving, which helps students to think, adjust, understand the world around. So brain development is a part of cognitive development. Lot of questions come from this cognitive terminology. Then next question is from Lev Vygotsky, zone of proximal development. If you remember the concept, then only we can do
Third.
it.
3.
Okay.
Sorry, 4. What learners can do with help and without help. 4,
This
4.
happens when we have done, we get excited कि ये क्वेश्चन तो हमें आएगा ही आएगा.
Sorry.
एग्जाम में भी ऐसी होती है, हमें तो आता था बट हमने गलती से गलत मार्क कर दिया.
But is it 4? What learner can do with help and without help?
Okay, great. So for almost all of you gave this answer correct. So what a learner can do, what a learner cannot do. So I'll just revise the concept quickly. There will be some task which learner can do without assistance. Simple task, like for example, if we take a class assignment, yes, then there will be some tasks which you can do with assistance. Like for example, we are doing PhD, we will need a help of a guide, and we that get through PhD journey. And there will be some task which is beyond our capabilities. So even if we are assistants, even if with assistance, this is out of scope for us. So what is then zone of proximal development? Zone of proximal development is scaffolding. Lev Vygotsky gave a concept of MKU, more knowledgeable other, a person who guides us and expands our capability. So this is like if a can do zone, then with the help of a guide, I can do this much of a task, and there will still be some bit which I cannot do even with the help of a guide. So that is this wala circle. Can do if guided is my zone of proximal development. That is the question: what a learner can do with help and without help. Okay, Lev Vygotsky, Russian psychologist, have given this concept. Okay, chalo. Next question is the field of study dealing with the methods, principles used in adult education.
Andragogy.
Yeah, Andragogy is adult education. What is anthropology? सब्जेक्ट है, सुना है नाम?
Yes, ma'am.
What makes human? The study of, yeah, human evolution is anthropology. Gerantology, old people, है ना? Pedagogy is related with kids. Okay, so adult education is andragogy. So pedagogy is child teaching. So here learners maturity autonomy is less, and instructional or teacher centered learning happens in pedagogy, small kids. Andragogy is adult learning. And then we have Pedagogy. It is the highest level of learning, where learners are more mature, autonomous, and instruction control takes a back foot here. So here pedagogy, for example, self-directed learning. I say you want to learn something, all of you are mature learners. So, like for example, Google gives us lot of self-learning opportunities. So this is pedagogy, andragogy, and pedagogy. Okay. Correct set of 4 fundamental principles of Tagore's education. Now, Tagore was naturalism. Tagore was a proponent of naturalism. So, 4 fundamental principles of Tagore's educational philosophy is naturalism, humanism, internationalism, and idealism. Okay. Though largely, if you have to associate Tagore is fundamentally associated with naturalism. Okay. Then yeah, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ओके आंसर ही दिया हुआ है यहाँ पे द इंफॉर्मेशन सीकिंग strategy of students are name it A B C D E and F overt learners indirect like through probing students seek information third party and testing. Next question is prime objective of using audio-lingual aids in a classroom is to keep students develop. This is the last question, I think. Listening and speaking skills. Audio-lingual aids. Listening and speaking skills. Yes. Listening and
speaking skills.
yes, that's the correct answer. So that is it. We are done with few questions on teaching today. We'll meet. I think just check कर लेना schedule next कब है. कब है नेक्स्ट एक मिनट मुझे कुछ बताना था आप लोगों को देयर मे बी ए चेंज इन शेड्यूल और नेक्स्ट डे कभी है नेक्स्ट हमारा 20th ना ओके 20th आई शुड बी गुड टू टेक तो 20th को हम लोग रिसर्च के क्वेश्चंस करेंगे थोड़ा सा रिसर्च रिवाइज कर लीजिए तब तक के ठीक है
Okay,
थैंक यू
ma'am.
एवरीवन एंडिंग द क्लास